We just updated platforms. Here we go. All right, guys. We are live and local, guys. We are joined here with Patrick Conway, level three coach, and David uh, Fletes. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, David. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
But
That's
he
right.
is a level three
Fletes, however you
student,
want to say it.
level three student, and level two coach. So, Patrick, I'm gonna let you kind of take it away, guys. There's a chat. You want to drop some questions in the chat? Feel free. We're gonna have some great tactics, so pay attention.
Right on, man. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it a bunch. David, thank you for joining me. It's really cool because I actually am coaching you right now. So
Yes, you are, man.
we've had this cool journey together. It's been really good. I've seen you blow up a whole bunch this semester. I think that when it comes to work ethic, like, man, I give you something to do and you just do it. And that's why I wanted to interview on this call. So I think when it comes to being coachable, like we have a summit, a bunch of people will come to a summit, then they try to sign up for coaching. So I think we had like 42 realtors that try to get into coaching. We have like a bunch of them that are coming in for this next semester. But out of the 42, you talk to all of them and they're like, yes, I'm coachable. But for me, I think coachability looks like, man, just do what the coach says with no opinion until you actually try it. And I think that your number one superpower is I will give you something and you're like, yes, sir, I'm going to do it. And you just get it done and you do it no matter what. A lot of people like start overthinking it, or they'll kind of question it, or they'll put an opinion in, or they don't do it exact. And I feel like you just take it, you run with it, you do it exact. So I want to back up a little bit though. How did you get exposure to the core?
So I went to a mega. I was invited by my preferred lender, Alfonso de Gadillo. He's in the course.
Alfonso Delgadillo, level 3 lender coach. He's awesome. So you went to a mega in August in Dallas. We always have a mega. They're open to anybody and everybody. Anybody can come out there. So you don't have to hit certain numbers like at your level where you're in level 3 coaching and a level 2 coach coming up. Congratulations. One of the newest coaches coming up. You have to have a certain amount of numbers, but for a mega, anybody can go. So you went to a mega.
Yes, I went to the mega, and when I was there, I was like, "Oh my God, this is exactly what I need." I was broken back then. I didn't have a structure. I didn't know how to track my leads or anything like that. And then when I went to you guys to the mega, I was blown away. Everything that we do at the court is just numbers, right? If you can't do the data, you're not gonna grow, right?
So you learn how to track some stuff. You mentioned lead tracker. So you're like, man, I had no idea where my numbers were. I go to a mega, I start learning how to track some stuff, and then you figured out where you were broken. Sounds like.
Correct. 100%. 100%.
Where do you think you were most broken?
Well, because I wasn't tracking my numbers. I was just on a day to day, I was getting a lead and I'm like, oh my God, this is great. But I wasn't tracking them. I didn't know where they were coming from. And now it's just basically all warm leads. I don't get, or I do get leads from social media, but most of them are warm leads. People refer me clients. So my business totally changed. Now it's all warm leads.
Nice. So you went to a mega, and then when was the first time you went to a summit?
Ooh, 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So you go to a mega, then you jump into a summit, which is like mega on steroids. You get all of us guys. And did you sign up for coaching right away?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh. So 3 years ago, you signed up for coaching, you jump into it. What were your numbers back then? And what are you going to make this year? So what were you making and what are you going to make?
So when I went to the mega, I thought I was a good top producer. I was making $125,000. And this year I'm going to be
125 net, like taxable income though.
Yes.
You're doing pretty good. So in San Diego, you can have a shack probably. I'm just kidding.
If that. And then fast forward to right now, I think I'm going to be netting close to $500,000.
$500,000. So you go from 125 to 500 in less than 3 years.
Less than 3 years.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So every semester, each coach in level 3 has about 12 students. So I have 12 students. And one of the most coveted awards that everybody tries to go after are a couple of these things that I have in the background over here. Over there, you got one. That's great. So how did you do on the Dragon this semester?
I came really close to winning the Dragon.
You came really close. You did not win my Dragon. How did it make you feel?
Well, you put a chip on my shoulder. I was like,
I did something on your shoulder. So yes. The best student of the semester wins the Dragon. So he has a 1 in 12 chance of winning it. He had better than a 1 in 12 chance because he was putting in lots of effort, lots of work. The guy that beat you, I mean, he's just getting a little bit better results. Both of y'all, like, do all the work. You do everything that I want you to do. You are the most coachable. You're two of the best people that I've ever coached, ever, seriously. And he's just out-edged you a little bit. I think that everything that we're doing now shows up like 60 to 90 days away. So I feel like right now you really have a lot of momentum. You're doing a lot of good stuff. But everything that we're doing right now shows up later. So we had a homework assignment recently to take our staff off-site, do an off-site meeting, do vision boards. Did you accomplish your vision board so far?
Yes, actually, we did it last night, and I did it
last
with my
night. You did the vision boards. What are some of the things you put on there?
I actually did it with my wife as well. Some of them it's just more time with the family, more vacation before, and once again before the core, I wouldn't take vacation, right? Because I was just work, and now we're planning a trip to Italy, so it's really cool. We're gonna do it in July.
So being around the core less than 3 years, you go from 125 to 500 grand, working too much to working a little less now. So what were you working? How many hours?
I don't know, close to 60, 70.
60 to 70 hours. What are your hours now?
45.
45. Wow. So you go from making way more money, almost quadrupling, and like cutting your hours almost in half, which is crazy. And now you're talking about taking trips to Italy. Wow, what a cool life. So you did the vision board. Those are some good stuff on there. It motivates you the right way. But I think me and you are a lot alike, where I think the chip motivates us a little bit more. So tell me about the chip.
Competition, and like being number one.
Chip, proving somebody wrong. So you want to prove me wrong because I didn't give you the dragon, right?
Yes.
You're like, I earned the dragon. I'm going after it. So it gave you a little bit more to get it done, didn't it?
100%. And guess what? Next semester, I'm going to win the dragon.
Next semester, you're like, I got to do this better. I got to do this better. I think sometimes the chip like takes the nitty gritty, like the tenacious mentality just to get it done no matter what. I like vision boards. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I really want that. And it kind of pushes you a little bit, but man, nothing gets you going like the chip. And I know you're wired like me. So you got that chip on your shoulder. So I think the first time I met you, I go down to San Diego and I did a talk for Alfonso. So I'm doing a talk for Alfonso, and obviously you being one of his best referral partners ever, you're there and we're hanging out and we're talking a little bit and you're super excited because you got a big time deal. What was that looking like?
That was a good deal. It was around $2.5 million, and I was really excited.
$2.5 million, which in San Diego is kind of an average house. No, I'm just kidding. That was going to be your biggest sale ever. Where did you find that lead from at that time?
That was a referral from a homework assignment from the core. It was a
one. You're jumping into the core. They give you an assignment. You grab this warm lead somehow from some homework assignment because you are coachable, and it turns into a $2.5 million buyer.
Correct.
Wow. Yes. I remember sitting at the table. You're so excited. You're like, I've never closed anything this big. It's so awesome. It just went under contract. Then what happened?
It fell out of escrow.
Fell out of escrow. What the heck? So what happened?
The client, I don't know. He got cold feet. He decided to wait a little bit longer. I don't know, 9 months down the road, he called me back. He was, you know what, David, I want to go ahead and move forward. And now we close escrow at $4.3 million.
$4.3 million. It was going to be a $2 million deal 9 months ago. Now it's a $4-point-something million deal because you just don't let the adversity get in the way. Some people are like, oh, woe is me, I lost the deal. You just move on to the next thing. You're like a goldfish. You know what a goldfish is?
Yes.
They have like the worst short-term memory of all time. So something bad happens, they forget it. A second later, you just keep going to work and grinding it. That's what I love about you. You're like the goldfish. So
it's about it. You have to be positive. You have to be positive. I mean, either you the story, right? Either A or B. The stories of the life. Either you complain and get stuck in that one, or the story B and just move forward and go through it.
Were you at the Mega when I gave that talk?
I have it on my wall. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So at the Mega, the first thing that you showed up to, I happened to be on stage talking. And at that time, I was going through some adversity. And my story A was 2020 is the worst year of my life. It's COVID. I happened to be going through a divorce. My son got diagnosed with autism. My dad had a heart attack. My team got dismantled. Leads were down. The city was shutting down. It was like doom and gloom. And then story B was like, oh my gosh, I have all these opportunities. My lead conversion's up. My price point's up. The staff members are like pouring into me and loving on me. I got a better nanny. I got a new nanny. I ended up becoming like such a great father. It's been ridiculous. So like what story was true? Both of them were true. It just depends on where you choose to live. And I think you choose to live in the good version of your story because everybody has crap going on all the time. Yeah. So, well, I'm coaching you right now. I think it's been a really, really awesome semester. You definitely lead the way. You're like the leader on the call. You're a true leader. What's your background is military? Tell them about that a little bit.
Yes, I was in the Marines back in 2001. I got a medical discharge. I got injured, so they kicked me out in a way. And same thing, that put a chip on my shoulder. I'm like, I have to do something about my life. I like helping people, and that's why I got into real estate. I've been licensed since 2007.
Licensed in 2007, former Marine. I think that's probably why you're so coachable. It's like, I just get it done, exact, go after it, no opinions given. I love that. Very, very good. So out of this semester, like, you learn lots of little nuggets from me, and I'm just regurgitating stuff that I've learned from my coaches. What are like one or two of the best things that you've learned from me this semester?
I mean, besides the mindset about being always positive, who cares what's going on in the world, just stop negativity and just go through it. I want to say getting warm leads. Warm leads is the biggest thing, going after VIPs, talking to your CPAs, attorneys, the probates. I mean, you name it. Right now, the way the market is, it's not going to change anytime soon. So if we focus on just getting the regular business, which is for most agents, just social media, your friends, your referrals, most clients, they don't qualify. So if you go after the probates, people are dying. Hey, those are life events. You're going to have to sell the house. If you divorce, unfortunately, you're going to have to sell the house. I'm in the military town, San Diego. Guess what? PCS, people move houses. So I'm being focused on those, and that's how I'm getting listings right now. And actually, people that qualify to buy a house.
So you're really just looking for the people that have to sell or have to buy.
Correct.
Especially in this market, I mean, 8% rate. It's like, maybe I don't really want to buy right now. They're selling. Man, I got a 2.9% rate. Do I really want to sell and get into an 8%? Maybe not. But you're going after these people that literally have to sell. So you're talking about probate attorneys, divorce attorneys, military members who are PCS, and they got to move. So you're focused on that right now.
Yes.
Give me a success story on
something. This week, I'm going after all the CPAs, people that are doing the taxes. They know who has the money. They know who has to go ahead and buy a house or sell a house. So you focus on those within the next 30 to 60 days, your business is going to grow. So I would be doing that if I was a new agent.
That's awesome. I love that. So you're going after the people that need to sell for sure. What does that initial call look like for you?
Well, I have a triangle of trust. So basically, I ask my VIPs are people that they know me, that refer me to clients. If they have a CPA, an attorney, whoever, and they do the triangle of trust, they introduce me to the VIP that I'm looking for. They knew well that they can go ahead and refer me business. So they know how to introduce me. So whenever I get on the phone with them, they can go ahead and feel more comfortable talking to.
Cool. So you're getting that warm introduction. So if Rick Ruby introduced me to David, I'd call you up and be like, David, it's Patrick Conway. I'm a local realtor. You're an awesome CPA. My buddy Rick Ruby just told me to give you a call. How do you know Rick? You're going to tell me how I know Rick. I'm going to say, here's how I know Rick. Man, I trust him explicitly. Do you trust Rick?
Yes, I do.
I trust Rick too. So I feel like we can trust each other. So I just closed the triangle, and now all of a sudden we're going to do some business together. So that's a triangle for trust. I love it. Hey, when you jumped into going to a mega and or just signing up for coaching, were you scared?
100%, yes.
100% scared. I remember when I first joined, like, it was more expensive per month than my dang mortgage payment. Did you feel that same way?
Yes, actually.
Oh my gosh. So I think the first time that it ever hit my card, it was like a little bit scary. And then I never looked back because the results were there. How do you feel like your results have been?
Oh, they pay by themselves. I mean, just like I said, getting all the warm leads, all the new transactions that I'm doing, all the referrals that I'm getting, it's just.
So you just did your vision board for next year. What are your personal work goals? Like personally, how many personal transactions do you want to close in 2024?
Well, I'm going to net $1 million.
You want to net 1 million next year?
Yes.
Now you got some stuff in the pipeline, been working on some huge, gigantic accounts that makes it realistic for you to go from 500 to $1 million. That's a huge jump, but we've been working on some really, really big accounts like we've been talking about. So those big accounts, you can see all those things in the pipeline. So this is not a pipe dream. This is your pipeline that looks like $1 million if you take it.
Yes.
I'm really, really proud of you. I think you're doing good. One last thing. The core is all about money, saving, building your team, but we do talk a little bit about life balance. When you first came to me this semester, what was your number one goal?
To have a good and healthy relationship with my family, my wife.
That was number one. You didn't even care, but you were like, man, I just want to make sure me and my wife, because ups and downs all the time. It felt like to me personally, when you were telling me about it, it seemed like it might have been a little bit rocky in July.
Yes.
How is it now?
100% good.
100% good. What are you guys doing?
We're going to Cancun for New Year's.
Cancun. Cool. What are you doing on the regular? You doing date nights?
Day nights. We go to church together.
Date nights, church together. You're more connected than you've ever been.
Yes.
So not only do we blow you up and take you from 125 to 500 to $1 million next year, I'm holding you accountable to that, my friend, but you got unbelievable, awesome marriage going on right now.
Yes.
So you'd say it's been pretty good.
100%. Yes.
Awesome, man. Any last thoughts before I let you get out of here, my friend?
So if you're an agent out there looking at this video, if you have questions, be coachable. Reach out to the core. I mean, trust me, it's going to be the best decision of your life. It's a whole circle. It's just not about, just like you said, it's not just real estate. It's everything. It's how to save money, your marriage, God. It's the big picture. So reach out to the core. You're not going to regret it.
Man, you are the best example right now of being coachable, and that's why you are the newest coach to the core. Welcome to level 2 coaching, my friend. Really, really well deserved. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. Hopefully you guys had a Merry Christmas. David, have a good New Year, man. Call me if you need anything. I will see you later.
Bye.